Bad news, it's February, which means the time to have started crocheting for your spring market was probably yesterday. But the good news is that I've compiled a list of things that people actually want that you can make that are pretty quick. And these things are not plushies. I don't mean to be a hater of plushies. I just feel like we can do better. Admittedly, I have never actually done a crochet market simply because of the sheer magnitude of things that you actually have to make. And I'm kind of in the zone of making things for myself. However, I do have an Etsy shop, and last year I took my shop just 4 to 75 sales. So I have a pretty good pulse on what actually sells. As I go through this list of items that I think that you should make, I do want to call out that many of which are patterns from other designers. So if you do decide that you want to make some of these for your upcoming market, be cognizant of their preferences for how to go about or whether you can go about selling these. Otherwise, you can just use these as inspiration, or it might just be as simple as giving credit to the designer when you are selling it. One last thing, I have also compiled all of the patterns or the YouTube links, etc., into a Substack page. I know that's kind of annoying, but the YouTube description below does not allow me to plug in all of this information. It has that character limit. So this is the easiest way for me to provide this information to you was a Substack link. So definitely go check out the description if you are interested in making any of these things, because you can find all of these patterns listed there. So the first category of items that I think that you should sell are bags and purses. Now you can really use these as a way to use up a ton of scrap yarn. If you're trying to clear out that closet and make room for other things that you want to try to make this year, bags are totally the way to go. I have so many examples literally sitting next to me that I'm going to share with you. But first off, I want to call out the donut bag. The donut bag is a pattern. I did make this bag inspired by the donut bag, although I did not purchase the pattern. I basically just looked at it and was like, I can probably make that. I know that's kind of a controversial take, and I'm not encouraging you guys to do that. Definitely check out the designer for that. Their name is BAGGGGG. Again, link is in my Substack. The pattern was $14 for 2 sizes, and I just couldn't really get behind that. I feel like for something that I could make by just looking at it, $14 is kind of steep for a pattern in my opinion, when there's, sweaters from extra, extra small all the way up to XXXL. And you might find that for $7. So personally, I decided to make it, but I do love the design of this. And I do think that this is something that is super cute for the springtime into the summer and was super easy. I also have my own branded tag, so I added that to elevate it a little bit. I think these would sell really well. They're also super, super quick to make. You could probably knock out a couple of these in a single day and probably get a pretty good return when you sell them back. Another bag, I actually sold 5 of these last summer. I honestly could have sold more had I just wanted to. So this is a seashell bag. There's a free YouTube tutorial on how to make this exact bag, and then I just found a handle on Amazon that I thought would go really perfectly with this. If you wanted to make this exactly as I have it here, I do have also the Amazon link to where you can find this handle, as well as the YouTube video for how to make this entire thing. And I probably sold these for at least $75, I think, when it cost next to nothing to make. I will say the handle is obviously what makes it a little bit more expensive, so you do have some wiggle room there if you either want to increase your price and your margins there, or if you want to shoot for a cheaper option. I honestly feel like I should be gatekeeping this because of how well it sold. If I were doing a market, I would probably sell several of these. I'm telling you guys the secret sauce here. Now, another thing that you guys could do is a beach tote. This is a really great way to use up scrap yarn. I actually made this beach tote. It was inspired by the Miu Miu beach bag, which I believe retails for $2,300. I just took a whole bunch of scrap yarn that I had, and I decided to do the exact same thing. I doubled up on single crochet stitch, and I just did a whole bunch of rows. I made it a rectangle, folded it in half, and then did a mattress stitch to close it. I did line it though, which obviously you don't have to do, and I added an inside pocket just to kind of elevate it a little bit just for myself. I did obviously add handles to this one as well. I just think it really adds a level of luxury to the items that you're selling in a way that really would optimize the return that you would get on this and appeal to your buyers. I found a whole bunch of different handles on Amazon. Again, I have that Amazon link in my Substack page if you're interested. Another example, which I'm going to get to in a second, but just to show you different handle options, I also have this one. I have a couple more in my closet right now of bags that I've yet to make, but there's so many things that you can do with this, and there's so many ways you can get rid of scrap yarn and again, make your items look a little bit more store-bought. But that does bring me to this item. I have made this into a little bit of a laptop bag / iPad case. I don't have a laptop personally, so This I have turned into a little bit of a laptop bag. I did also line it, but again, you don't have to do that. This was a way that I was trying to use up scrap yarn. It's a little bit wrinkly. It was in my closet. Added a matching button that goes with these handles. Again, I really just think it elevates it. You can put your phone in the external pocket here or a charger or something. But I just love this. I think it's really cute and it's a little bit funky. Again, you could play around with so many different colors. If you're interested in making one just like this, I just did 3 double crochets, chain 3 double crochets, and each row is a different color, as you can kind of tell. So kind of fun. So many different things and versions that you can make from this. You can do so many different stitches, and again, you can really just get rid of so much scrap yarn and make really fun color combinations. Maybe add a handle, elevate it a little bit, and I think you would really appeal to buyers. There are so many other bags out there that you could create. You can even make granny square bags. You could make granny square bags into backpacks, which I've seen. The options are really endless. Another example that I also have for you is like, again, I was just kind of using up scrap yarn. I don't necessarily love this one, but it is kind of a cute little, could be kind of a crossbody, just like a shoulder bag. It's just something fun to use up yarn, or if you have extra granny squares, or it's just like, there's so many options of things that you could possibly do. And that was what, 8 granny squares? I mean, it's so quick. And then you just add a handle, again, super fast. And I think you get a pretty good return on these items if you were to sell them. Switching gears a little bit, other items that you could sell are within the home decor category. So I really love the idea of doing planters. Again, another great way to use up scrap yarn and then just make it into a round. You can even use these as like baskets for other people. If you want to, you could probably take the same planter pattern and then add handles to it and turn it into like a little home decor basket. But I like the idea of using this as a planter. I think that would be really cute, especially in spring. You can get really fun with the colors. I mean, really for whatever season, you could take this pattern and then just make it the colors as such and then sell them. I think what's really important about these though is that you could set up your shop in a really cute way that demonstrates a lot of these items that I have here, which I'll get to. But I think if you have like a really cute like pothos or something that you could put in one of these and kind of advertise how it looks while also giving a little bit of greenery to your shop, I think it would be really great and be something that really attracts customers. Another option, throw pillows. There are so many patterns that exist out there, or you could literally just, make up your own or slap a couple of granny squares together. I really love this pattern. I actually have it in the other room. I just didn't think to grab it, but here's a picture of what they look like. This is from the Astrid pattern. They also have like the Astrid blanket, etc. So many different things with that. I think it's like a sunburst sort of granny square. I love these. I honestly wish I made like 8 of them because they go with so many things in my house. I think they're really cute. On the back of them, it kind of folds like an envelope and then I put a really cute button on them to close it. And if you make a set of 2, I think it would be perfect and kind of have like a little bit of like a home goods feel to your shop as well. The thing that you do need to buy, which would be the most expensive part, would probably be the pillow inserts. But again, then you're just increasing, I think, the return that you can get on these from customers and again, really appeal to them. And if you already have the pillow inserts, you're basically just advertising it for themselves. If you maybe set up like a cute little bench or you have a chair that's sitting right there, then you're pretty much marketing them. Something else I've been really dying to make are placemats. There's this free pattern from Hobby, people say it different ways. I think these are really simple, really beautiful. They're not super specific to crochet, if that makes sense. It almost gives it like a woven sort of like wicker kind of feel. So I think this could appeal to a lot of different tastes. I know sometimes crochet can be a very specific style, or people usually associate crochet with like your grandma's house. But I do feel like this pattern gives it a more youthful feel and also is perfect for spring with that edge. Along similar lines, coasters. Again, there are so many coaster patterns out there. You could do ones that look like little different citrus fruits or flowers, the ones that have like the petals on the side that if you like roll them up, it looks like a bouquet. I really liked this option, which was like martini themed coasters. And maybe that's just like more specific to my age group, but I do find these to be really cute. And honestly, if I saw someone selling these, I would 100% jump on these. I feel like this type of style is very popular as of late. And I think this set of 4 would be perfect. There is a little bit of color work in here, obviously, so it's not like the quickest type of coaster that you could make, but I do think it's one of the cutest options, and I do think it would definitely appeal to buyers, so I definitely think that you guys should check out this pattern. It's by Devout Hand. Another very universal category of items are baby young kid items. It's just such a huge market. I mean, if you think about it, whether someone's having a baby themselves or going to a baby shower, I feel like everyone knows someone that is going to have a baby. So these are, I just think, such a really great item to sell to others. First off, I have included this teddy bear pattern. This is something that I have used so many times. I can't even exaggerate when I say I've probably sold over 25 bears from this free pattern. They're so cute. I think these are a really timeless bear, like the classic teddy bear. People hit me up all the time for me to make these for their kids or for someone that they know. And it's just really cute. The pattern is free. It's explained really well. It has a whole bunch of pictures with it, and honestly you can make it relatively quick, not as quick as like a plushie or something. Like, you do have to sew, you do have to get some button eyes, but seriously, like, these could be sold upwards of probably on the max end $60 or so. I'm sure they would fly off the shelves, honestly. Like, they've flown out of my Etsy shop. Similarly, you can make loveys. I am someone that makes custom crochet dog loveys on my Etsy page. I'm actually making one right now. It's not fully assembled yet. It's going to be a golden doodle. You don't have to make something like this. Making custom ones is very hard to do. And you also have all these other classic patterns. Like, the amount of lovey patterns that exist, again, endless. Like, there's so many options. So in my Substack link, I actually included an article written by Crochet Scout where it includes 28 free crochet lovey patterns that you could use. And honestly, it's pretty easy. Like, really, you're really just making a rectangle, right? And then you're doing a head, the classic magic circle, getting some polyfill, stuffing it. Again, you can use those same button eyes that you used for the teddy bear, and then just making a couple of feet and really, calling it a day. So again, another really quick item that I think would really appeal to a whole bunch of people. We also have, of course, a baby beanie. I included a free YouTube tutorial. It's by Maisie and Ruth. I've made this exact hat pattern before a couple of times for various people in my life, but I like this style of beanie as well. Again, I don't think you can go wrong with this. I think you can turn out a couple of in various colors. Another tutorial by Maisie and Ruth, baby booty tutorial. You could even make matching sets of like the baby beanie with the baby booty and make it a set. So easy, so cute, and you can really get fun with the colors, like girls, boys, unisex. People don't know what they're having. Really great option. Free video tutorials. Wow, we are flying through this list. I need to take a sip of my coffee. I haven't even had a sip yet. All right, next category, accessories and miscellaneous type of items. I really like the idea of a keychain, specifically this cherry keychain. Now, this one isn't a specific pattern. The pattern that I did find, at least, is not the exact same. The bow is a little bit different, but I did find a pattern written out within a Pinterest comment. So I don't know if that's like proprietary, if you will, but I basically took it and put it into my Substack page. So interestingly, the picture that I selected for this pattern is from a brand called Twin Set. And they retail this keychain for $95. $95 for that, when you could probably make this in 30 minutes tops. Like, that's like 30 minutes tops, right? All you just gotta do is go to Hobby Lobby, go to Michael's, find a cute keychain, or find a couple on Amazon. I feel like cherries are very trendy right now. So again, I think this is something that would appeal to a lot of people, whether that be buying it for a friend, buying it for a daughter, or for yourself. Honestly, like, I kind of want to make that just for my keys, just for me. So maybe this list is very curated for like my taste, which it probably is, but trying to think of items and things that I've made and things that people have asked me to make as well. So bookmarks, of course, really cute bookmarks. I think there's a ton of things that you can do with that. I've included a link to this dash hound pattern. So cute. Like, this is adorable. If you don't know someone with a dash hound, I mean, you don't even have to. Like, I just want this. I have a border collie. I don't have a dash hound, but I would still use this. Another option for a bookmark. I don't know I feel like a lot of people have seen these, but these little flowers pattern is by Snail House Craft. I've also included that link in the Substack page. Something else that you could do that I realized I didn't include in this, but I think you could pair with the bookmark, are little book sleeves or little book cases, sort of like the laptop case. Those are something that would be really trendy, and I do feel like you should style it with, throw one of your favorite books in there just to show how it looks. Put one of your bookmarks in there. Again, really try to market these items by showing them in, being used. But again, it could be a gift for a loved one, it could be a gift for you. A really great option, I think, to have at your shop, and something really quick to make. Sunglasses case. The sun's coming out, y'all. We are going outside. We need sunglasses cases. I found this fun designer. She has a bigger size and she has this smaller size that would be perfect for your phone, your glasses, your sunglasses. And I think with the yarn that she used there, looks like something a little bit more, kind of looks like a t-shirt yarn maybe. Another thing that I think you could make a couple of are some yoga mat carriers. I haven't really seen this done before, and I think this would be a really great option. Something unique. I don't really have that much to say. I do have a yoga mat of my own, and I do always find it clunky to carry around. So I would use this. If you're interested in that, this pattern is by Swole Nordic Design, and I do have that linked in the Substack, of course. How many times can I possibly say that? I'm so sorry. Now, the last category of items that I have are some wearables. Wearables are a little bit tough, of course, because, you don't want to make something in every single size, or, you don't want to make everything in just a few sizes. I don't know. It can be a lot. So I've picked things here that are actually very quick to make. So the first step being bathing suit tops or bikini tops. I do want to preface, you should avoid acrylic yarns for these. I have made wearables in acrylic yarns, and I don't know about you guys, I sweat, especially when I'm outside in the spring and summer. I'm going to sweat if I'm wearing acrylic yarn. Try to find some more cotton yarns, those that have more breathability to them, but I think you can make a ton of these. So this picture here are actually bikini tops that I have made. For 1 year, I actually made a bikini top for each of my friends based on their personality and like their style, I guess. And that was really fun, but it really came from the same tutorial. And then I just kind of like let my mind do its thing. There's a free YouTube video that shows how to make every single size AA all the way up through like F or something. And you can just do so much with it. Like one of them I added a scalloped edge, obviously. The others I added like a thicker strap, turning them vertically, turning them horizontally. There's just so many fun things that you can do with them. Or, you know, people could even just wear them as a top. And on a similar note, I also included a poncho. There is this crocheter. She's also a pattern designer on TikTok. Her name is Sunbaby. And she has a ton of free poncho tutorials on her TikTok page. So I've included the link to her page as well as the video for this free poncho. But I'm even thinking that you could take one of those like bikini tops and consider it more of like a bandeau top and then throw this poncho over it. And ponchos would be really great. You don't really have to worry about the size of the sleeve or the length of it. You don't really have to worry about getting too crazy with sizing here. And it really is just one long rectangle. All right, well, that's the list. I don't know if you guys also noticed, just soft plug, this is my January knit that I finished. Very excited about it. This page is dedicated to both knit and crochet content. So I'll do a little bit more videos on both. Sometimes I'm combined my thoughts on crochet versus knitting, all those types of things. If you are interested in more of these videos or interested in learning about either knitting or crocheting, definitely subscribe to my channel. I have so many more thoughts, ideas, and projects that I'm going to be working on that I would love to share with you guys. Wishing you all success in your markets. Really curious to see if any of you guys decide to make any of these things and how well they do at your shop. Definitely let me know. All right, now stop watching this video and start crocheting.